Hi, Jessica Rector, keynote speaker, #1 best-selling author, and high performance and inner communication expert. We are in the middle of an 8-part series of how your communication affects your life. And we're taking a deep dive into 8 specific areas of your life. And this is the final video in that series. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the last component, the last area that it affects, and then we're going to do a quick wrap up. So what is the last area it affects? Wait for it. Drum roll, please. Relationships. How is your inner communication affecting your relationship? So whether it's at work or at home, your inner communication directly affects every single relationship you have. For instance, if you are a leader and you are abrupt and abrasive with your team, that can come from you feeling not worthy as a leader, not good enough, questioning your abilities or your skills, and thinking that you're not leadership material. And then it forms a gap between you and your team. And instead of them following you anywhere, they start questioning you. They start second guessing you. They start wondering if you're really in it for the organization as a whole or for yourself. And it just comes because you are questioning yourself as a leader. So it comes from your inner communication. Or maybe when you get home, after a long day, all you want to do is relax. But when you walk in the door, your kids are saying, hey, I need help with my homework, or what's for dinner? And you snap. I don't know. I just walked in the door. Give me a minute. And that happens again and again. And then what you'll find that begins to take place is your kids stop coming up to you. They stop asking for your help. They stop actually conversing with you and telling you things. And you wonder why. And you have no idea that it goes back to you snapping at them, because that is how you're building that relationship. That's the response they get when all they want is you. They want your help. They want your attention. And how you responded was snapping. So if that happens to you, catch yourself a break for one, and give yourself a break. Educate them and say, I want to give you my undivided attention. I want to be present. I want to help you. I want to figure out what's for dinner. And this is all I need. When I get in the door, give me a few minutes to change my clothes, and then I'm all yours. And then when you go in your room, make sure you sit down for a little while, change your clothes, relax, close your eyes, take some deep breaths, let the day of the work go, and then get the personal hat on, right? Whether it's the parent hat, the spouse hat, whatever it is, put it on and be ready and be present and be focused and give all of yourself to them. But you have to educate them, because they don't know that that's what you need until you tell them that's what you need. Just like if you're a leader leading your team, they don't know what you need until you tell them what you need. And if you are unclear why your people won't follow you anywhere, ask them. If you're unclear why there's a gap in communication, there's a distance in your relationship, ask the other person. Oftentimes what happens is we don't want to ask the other person, scared of what they're going to say, or we have all those thoughts going on in our head because our inner game is not in alignment, all those thoughts going on in our head, and we are already thinking worst case scenario. Ask them. Be willing to put yourself out there. Be willing to step up and say, hey, I feel there's a distance in this relationship. Can you help me understand it? Where does it come from? What can I do to make it better? Now you may say, ooh, Jessica, I don't want to say that. That feels uncomfortable. And if you think of it, the only way it feels uncomfortable is because your pride or your ego or your fear Your inner communication is in the way that says it's uncomfortable because you're not willing to put yourself out there, because you're insecure. You're scared of the response. You're scared of what they're going to say, do, or think. But if you face the fear, that's the only way to build a strong and healthy relationship, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's in your work life, whether it's with clients, your team, your family. So the question is, are you willing to put yourself out there in order to build the relationships you want? If the answer is yes, you want to build those relationships, then you got to figure out where you're in disalignment with that inner communication, whether it's the fear, the insecurity, the doubt, what's holding you back. Now, again, we went over 8 different areas of how inner communication is affecting your life. Inner communication literally affects every single thing in your life. And I know 8's a lot. That's why I didn't give it to you all at one time, because it can be overwhelming. And if you get overwhelmed, if you're like me, you shut down and don't do anything. And I want you to just take one area. So for your relationship, just one way you're going to change your inner communication to build a stronger relationship. It can be by asking someone, hey, what are you looking for in a relationship? What can I do better? And if you want someone to also be like that, where they're asking what can they do better, you should be the first. Because if you're waiting for someone else to be the first, you're going to be waiting an awful long time. So put yourself out there and risk and be the first. So in this 8-part series, what did you learn the most? What did you implement? What worked for you? And where were your struggles? Where were your challenges? Because by being self-aware, you're going to get farther, right? And part of being self-aware is knowing where your struggles were, where your challenges are. Because guess what? We all have struggles and we all have challenges. And so we get it. I get it. So where are your challenges? Where are your struggles? Where do you need help? And what one thing are you going to do in each of these areas to get your inner game and your inner communication in alignment? Now, again, it's not a one and done. You're going to do it one time and then that's it. You've got to consistently do it. So just take one thing in one area and consistently implement that. And then when that's down, put in a second one consistently, right? This isn't, oh, great, Jessica, I totally changed by doing one thing. Great, I'm awesome. Because that inner communication has been in you since you were young. So it's going to take time to then create a habit. Yes, a habit to align your inner game. You can find out more about me at jessicarector.com and how I can help you and your organization in your event at jessicarector.com. Until next time, I look forward to hearing from you and how your inner communication is working for you, how your inner game performance is creating outer game success. Until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.